slamming Sammy, it just kind of works for me. You know, I've always been one of the most aggressive riders on the circuit. I'll still get there. I don't play follow the leader. Right out here at Daytona International Speedway at the Daytona Flat Track with the Dodge Bros Racing Harley XR750. So I want to talk about this bike a little bit. Such an iconic flat track bike, obviously. The bike I had most of my success on over in my career. I had most of my wins on the XR750. And so it's so cool in 2024 to be back on the Harley XR that was designed in the 70s. And I think it's still competitive. That's why I'm here racing on it. Also just as like a throwback to the old times and doing it for fun. That's what I do in my career now. I kind of do it for fun, and it seems like the fans really dig it. So the beautiful Harley is clean, ready to go, very factory looking. The paint they do on this is so clean, so factory. And
is that a fuel injection?
That's the
carburetor?
Bingo petcock. So it's just a petcock, no fuel injection.
What clutch place you got in there?
We got a dry clutch in there.
Nice.
Yeah, dry clutch, old school.
Hydraulic fluid right here.
Yeah, I mean, how does that feel pulling on it?
I mean, it feels like your old Harleys, man. It's a Rotax clutch, kind of. So
yeah.
Are we going with an 8 today or a 9?
Yeah, we got the actually a CD3 on there. We just made the 5 look, or the 3 look like a 5.
I like that.
So we have to run the 5s, but you can actually run a CD3 and then just modify it to look like a 5.
You gonna run second gear in this sprocket?
Yeah, I don't know. Honestly,
First.
I was gonna shift till it feels right. Definitely not first, but
I like it, man.
Yeah.
See, I feel like you know how to ride one of these, so that's probably good, right? Like you've maybe had a couple laps on an XR?
Couple laps, couple wins back in the day. Yep.
I'll be rooting for you.
All right, buddy. Robbie Bobby with the cameo. Okay, back to the Harley XR750. Such a clean factory-looking XR750 that they do here. I didn't even want to like gaudy it up with all my stickers, so I just put 2 stickers on. Castrol. Castrol's had my back for so long, and it's been great company to work with. And Regina Chain also been having my back for a long time. So we'll try a couple different exhaust pipes throughout the weekend. I think at Daytona we're looking for a very smooth hit because it's very flat, this track, and very flat, very slippery dirt. And then here, look at the shock we got on it. So I run a Penske shock spring. It's always been my preference. When I switched to running to a different team a couple years ago, we did some testing. We tried the Öhlins, and you know, a lot of guys run Öhlins, and that's fine. But for whatever reason, it was like the Penske just performs better for me. I think maybe because I grew up riding Penske, I'm used to the feel, and for me, yeah, Penske always works great. What do you think? Pretty clean?
I brought him a set of Yemcos, but he already got stuff.
Well, these are actually D&Ds on there, but they must be similar.
Yeah.
But I was looking for a pipe that would be a soft hit. I was thinking the Gemcos would be soft, right? So yeah, I was talking about the clutch. It's like it feels like a Harley. Like it's a hard pull on this job. Come around here and look at the handlebars we got on. So these actually have FT69 handlebars from Mica Metals. So these were the AFAM 100 bends I used to run back in the day, and I always preferred them on the Harley XR750. And like when I would ride framers, I always preferred the AFAM 100 bend, and then you couldn't get them anymore. So I had Mica essentially make that bend for me that works for me. So you can still get these through Mica, the FT69 bend. It's kind of cool having my own bend, and it works well on these style bikes with, like I said, with the bar backs. So the bar backs bring the handlebars up and back towards me a little bit, so I can reach them, and I'm not too stretched out. You want to be sitting on the bike, be able to grip the bars, and still have some decent bend in your elbows, and not be like if I didn't have the bar backs on here, I'd be sort of stretched out like this, and I wouldn't have enough bend in my elbows. So that's what I look for when I look for how much reach to have, is how much bend to have in my elbows. So that's how we fit the bike to me. And then yeah, come around this side. Another unique thing about these bikes is, well, obviously we have carburetors on them. So I'll be the only bike out here racing with carburetors, which is pretty badass, I think, to be racing carbureted bikes in 2024 against the modern bikes. And I mean, we'll see how it goes, but I think I have a shot at it. the carburetors make such a smooth power delivery. You know, we first switched to fuel injection years ago, and it was like we wanted to try and make them smooth like carburetors, and you just can't. It just feels different with fuel injection. You can make it smooth with fuel injection, obviously, and tune it. You know, tune it as far as you want to tune it. But carburetors, there's just something about them that I like for dirt track. Even when I ride my 450, like out here, I've won on my 2007 Yamaha 450 at Daytona Short Track 4 times, even as late as 2016 on the old carbureted Yamaha. So something about dirt track where the carbureted bikes work quite well. And so with these carburetors, though, it creates a really unique style to the bike. So as you see, like my leg goes around the carburetor. So it's something where if you put like a younger rider on these bikes, it's like it's usually it takes a little bit to get used to. But I've raced these for a long time, so I kind of know how it is. Your legs wrap around the exhaust pipes, around the air filters and the carburetors, and then your left leg's on the exhaust pipe a little bit. We have some heat wrap on the exhaust pipe here to prevent my leathers from burning on it and the boots and stuff. So we put a little heat wrap right there because your leg will end up hitting that. But these will get hot, and my leg will definitely get hot throughout the day. But the heat wrap should prevent it from melting my leathers and boots. We've always run the K&N RU 1240 filters, the part number. Like I've had so many of those over the years. I still remember the part number for these air filters. And we got the old style, like essentially like kind of an old style master cylinder there. It's like a remake of the old style master cylinder we always ran, and it makes a nice like not too aggressive feel on the brake. So it should have good feel to the brake. Brand new Dunlops on this thing always make it look so good. It's like Old Faithful for me. So should be a pretty unique experience to race the Harley on the Daytona flat track. I've never raced this bike on a track like this. I've raced this bike so much in my career, but never on a little slippery short track like this. So see how it goes. Here's one of the first practice qualifying sessions from the week of racing in Daytona. You can see I just pulled a little wheelie off the corner there. This thing is working good. I'll pull away from these guys no problem. So want to go over a few things I missed in the video. This bike weighs 334 pounds. That's what we weighed coming off the track in Daytona when we get on the scales. Watch just carve this corner in a little high, come off nice and low. It might look easy, but it was a big job wrestling that Harley around this track. It was a fine line between really manhandling it and kind of letting the bike do some of the work for me just because it handles so well. But here in these qualifying sessions, I'm pretty much flat out right now just trying to get the fast time. Oh yeah, loving that corner. So with restrictors that we were running, these bikes probably make about 89 horsepower, about 62 foot-pounds of torque. So they're little torque monsters. These bikes have 4 gears. I would start in second, and I had it geared to run third gear around this track with a 1555 tooth sprocket, and it was revving, let me tell you. I almost felt bad out there at times just letting that thing sing. No rev limiter, just listening to it hum. It was working so good. So right here, I actually could see that I was top of the timesheets, and I just went ahead and just pulled off the session early because I was already fastest. I laid my work down at the beginning of that session. Okay, start of the night show, Dash for Cash coming up. How about this, rolling out on the track with the modern bikes, the old Harley-Davidson XR750, competitive still in 2024. We proved it. You can still win on the vintage iron. How cool is that? Here's the start of the Mission Foods 5K Dash for Cash. I'm going to have to work my way up to the front of this pack, but shouldn't be a problem. So let me know what I missed from this video, what questions y'all still want answered. We'll have a few more videos coming out with all the racing footage. So make sure to like, subscribe, and tune in for all the action. We can keep delivering it. Here we go, out front already, Harley-Davidson for the win.